Peace and love. 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 Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Y'all, the song that I am channeling today, listen to me. Hold on, let me close the door. Let me close the door. All right, y'all. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and start clearing the energy for this reading. Come on in the room, y'all. Divine Love Team, I ask that y'all come up in the room and protect me from any evil, ill will, ill wishes, ill thoughts, ill speech, ill agenda, sex, curses, jinxes, spells, bonds, bonds, chains, score strings, contracts, setups, plot schemes, traps, rituals, spiritual attacks, setups, setbacks, incantations, altars with my name and picture on the physical and the spiritual, rumors, lies, gossip, anything that's not holy, righteous, good, true, and correct. We ask that you return all of that back to the pits of hell on the behalf of myself and the heavens. Amen. We are called, loved, and chosen. We are rich in every way. We are generous on every occasion. We are anointed, appointed, equipped, and enabled by the power of God that works mightily within us. No weapon formed against us shall prosper, and no enemy scheme against us will succeed. We live, breathe, and serve powerfully under the shelter of the Most High God. Amen. 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 I call upon the elements of fire, air, water, earth to bless my circle. May it grant me the inspiration that I need as I perform my works today. Threefold. Amen. 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 Whew, that felt good to me. Y'all, welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in the room. Holla at 7, y'all. Come on up in here. The song that I'm channeling today is There's a Leak in This Old Building. My soul has got to move. My soul has got to move. There's a leak in this old building, and my soul has got to move. My soul has got to move. My soul has got to move. There's a leak in this old building. Hey, how many of y'all got a leak in your building? How many of you dealing with leaks in the house? How many of you dealing with leaks in the car? Every time you turn around, there's a leak. Somebody leaking your information. You feel me? Your phone being leaked. Leak. How many of y'all dealing with leaks right now? I've been channeling this song, There's a Leak in This Old Building, and my soul has got to move. Listen, we doing a passed on loved one reading right now. So if you ain't ready for that, you might want to exit stage left because it's finna get deep. Okay? Who grandmama used to make peanut butter cookies? So, baby, this taste like somebody's grandma cooking. Somebody need to go in there in the kitchen and make them some peanut butter cookies. They're going to fix that leak in your old building. I promise you. There's a leak in this old building. And your soul has got to move, baby. If you don't move that soul, it's gonna die. Okay? So somebody ancestor wants you to know. Let's move that soul. Somebody might need to go listen to that song because that song is in my spirit, y'all. I'm in the kitchen trying to eat my cookie and chips. And that's all I kept hearing was, there's a leak in this old building. My soul has got to move. My soul has got to move. My soul has got to move. Baby, we finna move some souls today. Let me finish the cooking. I know. Y'all probably like, she play too much. I play all day. But I know how to get that ass cereal too. You best believe that. Stay focused. Listen. Somebody grandmama. Hold on, y'all. I would say the same, but I got to enjoy myself. Chance to go fishing. Oh, that's so nice. Y'all, excuse me. Um, but anyway, somebody passed on a loved one wants y'all to know it's time to move that soul. Do you hear me? Listen, there's a leak in this old building, and your soul has got to move. You tired, okay? You tired, boo. You been struggling. You been suffering. You been going through it. You sick of everything and everybody. And you like, listen here, something got to move, guys. Something got to do. Something got to do. But get what? We finna help you figure it out. Don't worry about it. Stay focused. Them got you. Go on, get your drink, get your smoke, get your whatever you need to get you, because we gonna hold you for a little while. You know, I know some of y'all got to go to work, and I was trying to get on here earlier because I know some of y'all are out of, other states and stuff like that, and y'all are like an hour ahead when it comes to me. But I'm gonna try to do my best to, speak quickly. But I ain't gonna rush the message. I can't rush God. I can't rush the angels, and I can't rush the ancestors. But if you got patience and you got time, come on, baby, let's do it. Come on in the room, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Peace and love, family. Peace and love. Ooh, there's a leak in this old building. My soul has got to move. Y'all remember that? My soul has got to move. Listen, y'all, I'm a little old, so I grew up in church all my life. And see, I had to cuss somebody out last week who was coming on my live trying to test my gangster. Like I ain't no church gangster. You feel me? Just because I cuss don't mean God don't love me any less. You understand? God would not have me here talking to you if he didn't love me. You understand? Listen. Somebody got a leak in their old building. I don't know if I got church folks up in here watching me, or some of your passed on loved ones was in church deeply. But baby, somebody's song was, there's a leak in this old building, and my soul has got to move. Ooh, excuse me. And somebody love peppermint. I don't know who need to hear this, but get your angels and your ancestors some peppermint and sit it on the altar. Okay, or maybe you need some peppermint. All right? I'm recording on 2 phones, y'all. So if you see me looking backwards and forwards, that's what I'm doing. All right? But somebody ancestors want you to know you're doing a great job. They say you're doing a great job, babe. Keep pushing. I see you. Listen, if you ain't scared, okay? Because I talk to the dead. I ain't lying. I will say it again. If you ain't scared. Because, baby, I talk to the dead. Because really, they ain't dead. They really alive. It's just the body dies. You feel me? The vessel must die, but the spirit, baby, stays alive, honey. Confirmation. Listen, if you don't stop writing me, y'all deal with distractions. Y'all stay focused. Yes, sir, I am. Y'all come on in the room. Y'all excuse me. And am currently doing a reading. All right, y'all. My soul has got to move. This is really ticking me off. All right, he better stop interrupting me, because he interrupted me last time during my reading. He gonna make me act a fool. Listen, there's a leak in this old building. My soul has got to move. My soul. I don't know why that song would not leave my spirit, y'all. So if I keep randomly singing it, I guess until I get the message out. I don't know. But somebody, angel, ancestors want you to know, listen. We finna move this soul today, boo. We finna move this soul today. Come on, boo. Come on in the room. You welcome. Do you hear me? Peace and love. Baby, I don't know if your grandmama, your granddad, somebody who's go to church. Because, see, I grew up heavily in church all my life. So my grandparents and, grandmama and them and everybody was in church. You feel me? So I grew up, I literally had to wear church skirts and I was like a nun. I couldn't even wear makeup, couldn't wear jewelry, couldn't do nothing, child. Everything was of the world, honey. So we grew up in really, really strict churches. You feel me? I grew up in a church called Holiness, which is not even a real religion, but this neither here nor there. Yes, I do questions. But we can kind of hold the questions off for the moment. If it's a quick little question, then I don't mind, but I do want to stay in the spirit and stay channeling for the moment. So I try not to get distracted because I can be easily distracted. But if it's on your spirit and you just can't wait, then slide that thing in. If I got time, I got you, boo. Okay? But listen, I ain't going to be answering questions and ain't nobody giving me no love now. Because see, one thing about it, I will not be used. Okay? Or abused. Okay? I'm going to come up in here and I'm going to give you raw and uncut truth. One thing about me is I'm not one of like these other readers, and you're going to find out. You stay tuned. You feel me? I'm not one of them readers that going to sell you no motherfucking dream. Okay? We get to be raw and uncut and straightforward over here. We're going to be blunt. We're going to tell you the truth. And if you can't accept the truth, then this is not the live for you. All right? And if you want to ask me a question, and if you want the truth, the direct truth, then baby, by all means, let's do it. But y'all done dealt with a lot of bullshit readers. Y'all done dealt with a lot of people selling you lies and dreams. Everybody finna get rich. Everybody finna fall in love. Everybody finna do the same shit. And that's not the truth. Okay? So if the message applies to you, take what's for you. And what is not, throw it out and leave it for somebody else. Okay? We ain't gonna be greedy over here. We gonna share. We're a kindred tribe up in this thing. Thank you for the love, my love. You feel me? So at the end of the day, y'all show me love. I'm gonna show you love. Because I know y'all need some realness. Y'all sick of that bullshit. Somebody, angel, ancestor. Like I said, I talk to dead people. I talk to the ancestors over here. How many of y'all want to talk to your past on loved one? Okay? Listen, get in the room. Tap that screen so I can feel your energy. All right? So your ancestor said, listen, you're doing a great job, baby. Keep pushing. I see you. Listen, just because they gone don't mean shit. All right? Listen, I'm feeling the heat up in here already. Listen, I like to call it the unknown. We tapping in the unknown, y'all. We are tapping in the unknown, okay? We're going to see what the angels and the ancestors want y'all to know, because a lot of y'all have been left without closure. You've been left with unanswered questions. You don't know which direction to go. Cricket, corrupt energy. Oh, God. Illegal documents, forgery, fraud. People not getting away with karma, injustice. See, when people pass away, what I've learned is people show their true colors then. That's when all the ugly come out then. You feel what I'm saying? And all the family turn against each other. They ruin people's funerals and shit. Then they fraud for life insurance. And you just can't rest and grieve properly because you got too many people in your energy robbing you. Even when you're in your death. They don't care. They ain't care nothing about these people when they was alive, obviously. So now that they done passed on, they still don't care. And if you wanted to know if it was some corruption going on, baby, tape it, honey. If you wanted to know if it was some corruption going on, it is. The first thing, listen, but you got a windfall of abundance coming. You feel me? You ain't got to worry about nothing. Spirit said no limit. Okay? There will be no limit. Okay? Listen, somebody finna do jail time. Somebody finna do jail time for that illegal documents, them crooked corrupt illegal documents they've been forging. I keep hearing insurance policy. Okay? All right, angels, ancestors. What message you got for the collective right now? Whoever's in the room. Somebody's living off of your inheritance, baby. Somebody got false wealth at your expense, stolen gifts. It could be cars, houses. It could be jewelry. It could be, I don't know. Only you know. You apply the energies where they go. But, baby, somebody been stealing. See, we're going to get to the ugly first. See, I'm the type of reader where I like to go ahead and get to the raw first. Because, see, I got you some beautiful messages coming, too. I'm going to cut you a little bit to get you to the... I'm going to burn you a little bit to get you to the healing. Don't worry about it. We got to go through the ugly to get to the good part, all right? So, listen, brace yourself, all right? Somebody's living off of your inheritance. And this message ain't designed for you to go and hurt nobody. It ain't designed for you to go and take it and misuse what I'm giving you. It is literally to bring awareness and enlightenment to you because you've been wondering. You feel me? You've been wondering if some crooked shit been going on. And spirit is letting you, hell, your ancestor letting you know. And we're going to find out which ancestor the further we keep going. It says you've become the parent that I couldn't be. I'm proud of you. You changed the game, baby. Somebody done broke the cycle of toxic parenting. And if you ain't finished breaking it, you're currently in the process of doing so. And that's why the ancestors are telling you, you're doing a great job. Okay? Stay focused. Keep doing it. Pat yourself on the job. You got aunt right here. See what I'm saying? Somebody was close to one of their aunts. Okay? Your aunt is letting you know you're doing a great job. You're a parent that she never could be. And she may have parented you. Confirmation. All right. Yes, sir. Baby. Coming back, y'all. Stay focused. Listen, you got an aunt, baby, that probably was your mother figure. And baby, I know I had a couple of aunts that was like my mother figure, but you know what I'm finna do? I'm finna put myself on Do Not Disturb. Somebody need to put on Do Not Disturb, okay? Don't worry about missing no calls, because I see now that that's nothing but distractions. And I got some messages and I ain't got time, okay? Listen, that auntie says she's proud of you, okay? You got a beneficiary. Maybe you were the beneficiary of this aunt's policy, okay? Listen. All right, what you got for the collective? What do we have for the collective? Somebody's filled with sorrow. It says avoidance. It's time for healing. They want you to face that healing. Deal with that grief, that guilt, that mourning. Somebody may be in the room thinking that it is their fault that they passed on loved one passed away. You probably feel like you could save your passed on. You could have did something to keep them here. But it wasn't, listen, it was their time. It was their time. Everything that happens must happen. There are no mistakes. There are no coincidences. Thank you for all this love, baby. Listen, I'm making sure I'm asking the universe to bless you and pour and shower on you the same way you showering in on me. Listen, you have no reason to be filled with grief. I get it. You miss them and they miss you too. But usually when we think we have lost a loved one, really we have really gained us an angel. I cannot make it up, y'all. But the problem is a lot of us be so afraid to acknowledge them because we've been told that talking to the dead is wicked. But we can talk to Jesus though. Jesus died on the cross, but we can talk to Jesus and Jesus dead. But we can't talk to our grandmama, our auntie, our uncle, and whoever we loved. That's a lie. All right? If there was a good spirit of the highest white light, baby, acknowledge them. Talk to them. Let them know you love them. They sending you signs. They sending you butterflies. They sending you all kind of angel messages to let you know I'm near you. I always was. I always am. I always will be with you throughout your days. I can't make it up. Bleed it. And they said, fear not. You are angelically protected, boo. So whether you believe in passed on loved ones still living or not, then baby, listen, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just here to let you know they here. Listen, my soul has got to move. There's a leak in this old building. My soul has got to move. Somebody went to church, baby. Either somebody went to church, somebody still heavily in church, or what? But baby, the church, it says secret, witches, extortion, betrayal. Some of y'all ancestors, or maybe you, going to a church right now or have went to a church that was secretly doing witchcraft. And unfortunately, a lot of our passed on loved ones that dedicated their whole entire life to church, and they passed away probably unexpectedly. Wasn't even sick. Didn't even have no cause of no death. Couldn't even find it in the autopsy. But some apparent reason, they passed away. And there was no way to figure out what it was. 9 times out of 10, it probably was due to witchcraft. They had some hating ass sisters in the church sitting next to them that didn't like how good they was, or how much the preacher favored them, or how their prayers were answered before theirs. So they was envious and they secretly sent witchcraft to your loved one, unfortunately. Some of us lost loved ones due to witchcraft and people in church pretending that they are against witchcraft, but they in the closet doing it. Y'all go to a church with a lot of closeted witches and warlocks. Sorry. I'm going to expose it. That's why I said, welcome to the spiritual shopper. Baby, we going to expose the secrets here. Okay? Listen. We tired. We sick and we tired. All right? All right? We exposing this shit today. What else you want to know, loved ones? Okay? Abide in the simple and trust and wonder. Shine your light and live your life, my love. Explore life. Your loved one wants you to explore life. Get up and live. You probably feel like I don't want to live because I miss you. But guess what? When you live, they live through you. When you give up, they die too. You feel me? Baby, you already rich. That's the problem with us. We get on these readings expecting somebody to lie to us. I'm not one of them. I will not lie to you. You're already rich. If you got a place over your head to stay, if you got food in your refrigerator, I don't care if it's a canned good. I don't care if it's a bag of lettuce. All right? If you have some wheels to ride, I don't care if it's lumping and bumping and if it's raggedy. Okay? If your children are alive and well, and if you got lights and gas over your head, you are rich. If you can get up and move your feet, if you can speak, you are rich. Stop putting your energy in paper. Okay? Because that ain't nothing but energy. You are the currency, my love. Okay? Will I marry? Who is Dorcas? If you want to marry. You feel me? It's your choice. You have free will. But we ain't doing them type of questions right now, love. We are talking to the passed on loved ones. All right? This message is for the ones who need healing from passed on loved ones, because I told my people that I was coming back to give y'all some ancestor messages. Okay? And here you go. Thank you, Miss Selma. Or Mrs. Is that a woman? I don't want to be wrong. But it says, if you work hard, you will get it. And that's the truth. But true riches is not in money. That's what we got to shake. We got to shake that loose. Okay? True riches do not lie in money. The true riches is in your heart. Okay. All right. Thank you. I want to be respectful. All right. You are already rich. If your heart is pure, you're rich, boo. Okay? If you can get up and take care of yourself, you're rich. If your eyes work, you're rich. If you can hear, you're rich. You feel me? If your 5 senses work, you're rich. Okay? Stop thinking that money makes you rich, because it don't. I know people who make $300K a year and still poor in spirit. Still broke hearted. Still unhappy. Because money can't buy you certain things. Okay? That's why I said over here on the Kendra Tribe, I'm finna shake some and break some. We're not finna give you no lies over here. I'm not gonna sell you no bullshit dreams, okay? And so if you wanna know you rich, stay on here. You're gonna see how rich you is in a minute when we get done with this. But yeah. Somebody stole some inheritances. Somebody falsified some documents. And you know, this is what this reading is set up for, is to help you free yourself from dark energy or from grief, because sometimes we can be carrying grief for thousands of years. You feel me? And it'll be hindering you from actually prospering in life, right? Somebody need to do, listen, somebody sent you some negative energy, right? Or either somebody sent you some negative energy, or they sent your passed on loved one some negative energy. It is some spell work. But somebody said you need to do a return to sender, right? You need to do a return to sender. You might need to get you a notepad and get you a red pen, all right? And write the name down, okay? Of whoever the energy is that's coming to your mind right now. All right. She said, may God make him one of the richest of this world. Amen. Amen. You feel me? Listen, God bless you. Do you hear me? Woman, you are beautiful. Listen, somebody need to do a return to sender. Whether you speak it out of your mouth or you get you a red pen and you write that energy names down. And return to sender sometimes don't always mean, let me turn on my mic, y'all, so y'all can hear me closely. Return to sender does not always mean you're something wicked or you're trying to hurt anyone or anything of that nature. No, what you're simply doing is cutting the cords to that person holding on to your energy. A return to sender is simply a forgiveness. I forgive you, but I'm handing you over to the angels and the ancestors because I can't no longer I can't deal with this shit. So somebody need to get a red pen, write that person's name down that's coming to your mind right now. If you've been wondering if you've been under spiritual attack, if you've been wondering if they've been sending you ill will and ill wishes and ill thoughts and all of that negative stuff, if you've been feeling off balance, your equilibrium is not like it usually is, and you just know something ain't right, but you can't put your finger on it, 9 times out of 10, it's signs of witchcraft. Okay? Listen. You might need to get you a red pen, write that energy's name down. And what you would do is you're going to you draw little lines out. You'll do like a little chart. You feel me? Draw lines out from that person's name, right? Like, hey, okay, this person is sending evil eye. This person is jealous. This person is, slandering my name. This person is, causing rumors. This person is gang stalking me. You feel what I'm saying? This person is a bully. This person is a narcissist. You literally write down the energies that you know for a fact that needs to be removed from you. Okay? Because what you're doing is you're cutting the cords from them, from your auric field. So you need to do that return to sender, my love. And if you don't want to do it that way, like I said, you can pray it away. All right. You say, listen, God, I'm handing these people over to you. Imagine yourself sitting at an altar, close your eyes and visualize you literally carrying that individual like a baby. And you taking them and laying them at the altar gently. Because what we going to do over here, we do everything with love over here. Okay. We don't do nothing with hate, because you get what you give out. So at the end of the day, when you going up before God, you will take it with love. Understood? Okay? Listen, if you want love back, you got to give love. I promise you. But you going to send that return to sender back. It's already reversed. And your angel, your ancestor, whoever this is, and the spirit world already whooping ass for you. So the energy already reversed, but that you got to do your part. So do your part. And also, like I said on my last live, when you come in the house, whenever you come in the house from being outside and traveling, take your shoes off at the door. Okay? Take your shoes off at the door. Kick them off. Get you some house shoes or something. Go to that kitchen sink or the bathroom sink, whichever you get to first. Get you some salt. Preferably sea salt. But if you ain't got that, we're going to work with what we got, okay? Because I'm not one of those people to make you go and spend a bunch of money. I grew up from nothing. I'm a very resourceful queen, so I like to work with what I got. So if you got regular salt, then baby, they work too. It's all about your energy and your intention. You're going to take that salt, you're going to pour a little bit of it in your hand. And you'll take your little vinegar if you got some. Pour a little bit of vinegar in your hand. And you're going to wash your hands clean, because your hands are portals. Okay? Somebody need to do that right now while you listening to me. Put me on the speaker and go wash your hands to clear your aura. Some of y'all need to do a spiritual cleanse, a spiritual bath. Okay? Get you some sea salt. Make you a scrub. If you got sugar scrub, hot sea salt, or if you have any coffee, whatever you do your spiritual cleanse with. Okay? Work with what you got. Everything you need is in your kitchen. Okay? Go in there and make you some scrub. Get you a carrier oil that you want to use and make you a salt scrub. And use that thing like once or twice a week to clean your aura. Okay? All right? Because, baby, some of y'all ain't been sleeping. Your house dirty because you don't know why. You used to getting up cleaning. But for some apparent reason, you just don't feel like it. You get up and take 2 baths a day. But some apparent reason, you don't even feel like taking one. That's because those are signs of witchcraft. You've been seeing cockroaches. You've been seeing monitoring spirits. You've been seeing gnats and flies. Those are low vibrational energies. I dreamed of rats the other day. Those are signs of witchcraft and low vibrational energies in your spirit and in your aura. And you need to free yourself. So do that cord cutting now. Okay? And you ain't even got to do a chart. You can do a list. Write that. Do at the top of that list. I release. And then under there, you will list all the people's names. Because 9 times out of 10, it ain't just one person sending you witchcraft. You probably dealing with a group of their asses. And if a lot of y'all went to church, you probably dealing with a bunch of church haters. That's sending you witchcraft, and you need to write their names down on that paper. But get what? If they don't mean you no harm, then no harm will come up against them. But if they sent ill will up against you, then so be it. What will happen to them has nothing to do with you. So at the end of the day, you will wish them well. But baby, listen, this why you can't send out evil. Because evil will return back to you. So let's, for example, if I sat here and I sent you a car accident, or if I said I wish the 18-wheeler hit you or some shit like that, and then boom, it backfired. Because it will backfire. Then what a coincidence. If you do a return to sender, that shit backfire and hit me. Now I'm dealing with that. But that's because I sent that energy out. So you got to be mindful of the energy you send people, because you just never know their spiritual rank. You just never know how powerful they are. Okay? So bounce that shit back. Get them barnacles off of you, boo. Okay? Listen. They left something for you. Somebody in the past that passed away to the spirit world left something for you. Okay? It says an inheritance, whether small or big. Inheritance doesn't always mean money. I'm going to be clear. An inheritance does not always reference to money or material possessions. Sometimes it could be a recipe. It could be clothing. It could be a simple picture. It could be a gift, like spiritual gifts. You could inherit those. And some of us, unfortunately, inherit curses. Okay? So if your passed on loved ones cursed other people and then they turn around and passed away, then that passes on to you. So unfortunately, some of us pick up curses from our passed on loved ones too. That's why I'm making it very clear. I am not one of those readers that's going to lie to you and tell you that you're going to be rich out tomorrow. Just because an inheritance does not mean money, okay? And sometimes it does. But I'm not going to get your hopes up high and lie to you for no reason. I'm not one of them, okay? So if that's what you want, this ain't the reading for you. Stay focused, all right? What else you want them to know, love? All right, the truth will be revealed. I told you, coming to the light, clarity, confirmation, patience is key. So if you've been waiting on some truth to be exposed, it's coming. But they want you to be patient, though, because, baby, I promise you when the universe do it, oh, my God, it's going to be amazing. And it's going to be a windfall of it, too. Oh, it's going to bust them in the face. Somebody passed from natural causes. So if you've been wondering if somebody did something to your loved one, in this case, no. They passed from natural causes. They're making it clear that witchcraft was not the cause of them passing, all right? So it says, it was my time. It was nobody's fault, not even yours. Okay, so if you've been beating yourself up, feeling guilty, thinking, oh, well, I should have been there. I should have, would have, could have. No, baby, it was their time. And this is why we're doing this reading, so that you can free yourself, because you're probably holding yourself back. Holding yourself back, thinking that you could have did something to save that loved one. But if that was the case, they'll still be here. All right. So you got to release that guilt, that shame, allow yourself to feel. You got to go through that ugly cry. I'm talking about you got to go through that thing. You got to snot it out. Do whatever you've been preventing. Because a lot of y'all been overworking. It's your mama. Some of you, confirmation. I ain't been burping till I started this reading. That's how I know that's confirmation. Listen, some of y'all either lost an aunt or a mother. And that's who is currently present in this reading right now. Or a stepmother or a mother-in-law, a mother figure. All right? It does not have to be your actual mother. Just if they had children, that was a mother. So at the end of the day, that's who present in the reading. Mother and aunt has shown itself so far. But at the end of the day, they pass from natural causes. And they don't want you sitting up losing yourself because you feel like you could have saved them. If they gone, it was meant for them to leave. I promise you. You feel me? But it's not meant for you to die just because they have left here. Because how else are their spirits supposed to live if you let go? They're living through you, beautiful. They're living through you, handsome. If you lost a mother and you miss her dearly, I cannot lie and say, okay, I can bring her back to you physically. No. And if I could, that would be crazy and weird, and you should get the hell away from me. But what I'm saying is spiritually, if you are missing your mother or your father, and you want to see them, you want to feel them, well, you got to choose to live. And you got to look in that mirror because they live through you. They created you. You are a part of their DNA. So if you missing your loved ones, go look in that mirror and connect with them. Okay? Clean that mirror off so you can see clearly. Some of y'all need to clean your mirrors off. There's a leak in this old building. My soul has got to move. My soul has got to move. Listen, who know that song? Okay? I wasn't there for you while I was living. But now justice is being served in my passing. Judgment. See, all our angels and ancestors are not all sweet and peaches and creams and shit. Some of their asses abandoned you. Some of them was jealous of you. Some of them was evil and wicked. Okay? And wished ill will upon you. And just because they passed away don't mean they got away. Because they still got to deal with judgment even in the spiritual world. All right? So some of y'all dealing with some ancestors that wasn't so good to you. It's right here. But they didn't get away with it. I promise you that. All right? Somebody said you still will receive what's rightfully yours regardless. Because when I first started this reading, if you just now joining, some of y'all are dealing with crooked corruption. Y'all dealing with somebody who's doing false documents, signing signatures, forgery, so basically to get some money. Because when people pass away, and don't let them have an insurance policy, people are now cashing out folks' insurance before they even pass away. They literally getting folks to sign documents on their deathbed. That to me is so wicked. When you wait till somebody in hospice somewhere, knowing they damn near out of their mind, and you up in there trying to get them to sign the damn insurance policy so you can get some money. You ain't shit. And them the ones right there that's getting exposed during this reading. Some of y'all are dealing with some crooked ass family members, loved ones, and I just heard lawyers too. Some of your family's lawyers wasn't shit. And they forging documents and creating fraud and thinking they getting away with it. And that your ancestor finna shake the table and spank some ass. Woo, child, listen. Don't play with it, okay? Stay focused. They said you still will receive yours, what is fully yours, regardless. So if you wanted to know you gonna be rich, boo, apparently so. It said they can't stop shit and they won't stop shit, period. Okay? Your ancestors might have went to church and they still cuss. Listen, because they know God still loved them anyway. So don't come over here with that judgmental shit, because this is not the channel for to be judgmental. All right? Because you will be judged coming over here trying to judge me. I promise you. But somebody says become a child at heart. Some of y'all in here in this chat has lost loved ones. And now you taking life too serious. You too grown. You know, I understand life is life and responsibilities is responsibilities. But at the same time, you are still a child in the inside, a child of God, I just heard, in the inside. And God wants you to tap into that inner kid, heal that inner kid. Because when you lose a loved one, especially a mother, a aunt, a grandmother, somebody like that, you know, that's somebody that's close to you. So you got inner child woundings that need to be dealt with. You've been over drinking. You've been overworking. You've been over smoking. You've been over sexing. You just been overdoing because you're trying to skip over processing the pain that you're dealing with, boo. And you got to deal with it. You got to go through that hurt so that you can get to the healing, because you got your ancestors waiting to connect with you. They're ready to send you messages and let you know, baby, I'm still around you. I'm just gone in the physical. My body was exhausted. Okay? I had to leave. It was already divinely written in the books, in the heavens, that it was meant for me to go ahead and leave at the time that I left. So it is not meant for you to die and get in the grave with me. No, I want you to stay here and live your life and live it in full so that I can bring to you what's truly yours. Because if you die, you can't take nothing with you. So stop waiting to die to see your loved one and learn to live right now. So you can see your loved one. How you going to see them, Seven? How I'm going to see them? You're going to see them through the birds, the bees, the butterflies, and the trees, and the winds too. You're going to see them through messages. You're going to see them through recipes. You're going to see them through certain scents. You're going to see them through yourself in the mirror. Light you a candle, baby, and invite them in. But I like to invite the ones of the highest white light. Okay? Because not all ancestors are good. I'm going to be honest with you. All right? So make sure you be mindful of what you're calling on and conjuring up. I don't suggest you go out here conjuring up shit if you don't know nothing about it. All right? But anyway, thank you. They want you to know thank you. And y'all welcome, because I really feel like this for me. They like, thank you, finally. But they say, you are strong. I love you. I miss you. And I am proud of you for everything that you've done. Thank you. Somebody ancestors letting you know thank you. You apply the messages. If this is what they say resonate with you, then it's for you. And if it don't feel like it's resonating for you, then it's not. Don't force nothing to fit, okay? I see mother. Your mama wants you to know thank you. She says you are being protected by the unknown ancestors. Listen, you being protected by ancestors you know and you don't know. Known and unknown, okay? Y'all are being heavily protected. If you've been seeing 444, that is the ultimate spiritual protection number. All of the ancestor numbers are a protective number. But that 4, oh, baby, that's that ultimate protection. So if you've been seeing a lot of 4s, that means you are protected. All right? If you've been seeing ravens or crows, they're sending you messages, but you're heavily protected. If you've been seeing black cats, you are heavily protected. Okay? Listen, don't think cats are wicked. A lot of y'all been told that black cats is bad luck, and I'm here to shake that loose. That's a lie. The black cat is one of the most powerful cats of the spirit realm, okay? It is one of the most ultimate protection that you could see. So if you see a beautiful black cat pop up out of nowhere randomly, you could just be walking to your car. You could just be going in the house, and all of a sudden the black cat just popped up out of nowhere. Stop running. Stop being so damn superstitious and spitting on brooms and shit. Throw them damn superstitions away, all right? And realize that you are being heavily, divinely protected, okay? Listen, somebody trying to block what belongs to you. They plotting and they cock blocking your inheritance. How many of y'all know that? Some of y'all been sitting back. You've been putting up a fight. You've been going through court. You've been praying. You've been asking, is somebody trying to get over on me? Is there forgery? Is there fraud going on around somebody's passing? And this is confirmation. Yes. Somebody, in fact, is trying to block you from receiving whatever this passed on loved one left you. Somebody is in the way. Okay? I don't know why I'm feeling. I keep hearing family members, and I heard cousins specifically. So I don't know if you got a group of cousins that are envious and jealous, or some, whether they blood or not. You got somebody around you trying to block your inheritance that was sent and left for you. Unfortunately, somebody was sacrificed. Okay? Some of your loved ones died from natural causes. Some of your loved ones died from witchcraft. Okay? Some of your loved ones was beautiful and magical and fine and handsome, and people hated them out, unfortunately. I got family members in my family that passed away unjustly, right? Basically passed away due to people mistreating them, and they especially when you get loved ones that's like in nursing homes, that's why you got to be careful with the nursing homes you place your loved ones in, because some of those workers be in there beating on your on your family, and you don't even know it. But they play sweet when you come up in there and check on them. They play sweet when you're around. But then when you leave, they're probably not bathing your loved ones. You wonder why your loved ones popping up with bed sores. They're not rotating them properly. They're not bathing them, cleaning them correctly. They're not feeding them right. So some of these people are literally passing away unjustly because of being sacrificed, right? People not taking care of them properly. So that's why it's important to be good to your loved ones when they living, right? When you are alive and well. It is important to be good now when you're able, because somebody got to take care of you later, right? And if you're an evil, wicked wizard or witch, warlock, while you living, and you think your day ain't gonna come, and you fuck around and fall ill and sick, and now they want to throw you in a nursing home, and you wondering why the workers in the nursing home, and they're beating your loved ones with a brush, beating your kneecaps and shit, knocking you upside the head. You wonder why you got boils all over your body. You wonder you dying of plagued illnesses. That's because you didn't live a good life. You didn't treat people right when you were alive or when you were well. So now people gonna treat you bad, unfortunately, when you get ready to go out. So this is why it pays to be a good human being right now. Okay? But somebody need to, I don't know why I'm ranting about a nursing home. Somebody might need to go check the nursing home if you have loved ones that are still alive, but they are not conscious, or they can't really speak up for themselves. They can't really do for themselves, and they dependent on people. They probably are not being treated well right now. And they probably about 1 foot in the grave, and you need to go and check on them. Okay? Some of y'all done left some people in the nursing homes and didn't go check on them. And then when they pass away, now you feeling guilty because you know you could have did more. Some of y'all need to do more and do better by your loved ones, because your day gonna come. I promise you. Your day is going to come, and you do not want to be done the same way you're doing those loved ones. So if you are those individuals that said, fuck that loved one over there, you done throw them in the nursing home, but you want to inherit their house. You want to inherit their cars. You want to inherit their jewelry. You want to inherit the insurance, and you a beneficiary over their policy, but you ain't doing right by them. That's corruption. And justice will be served. I promise you. And if you don't believe in God, you better start today, because you will get your ass spanked. I promise you. One thing I know God don't play about is the babies, the fools, and the elders. Okay? And I've worked in mental health facilities before, and they were in there beating on people's family members with brushes and shit. They are going behind the closed doors. Just because your loved one is mentally unstable, they behind the door beating on your loved one. But then when you show up to check on them, now they acting like they care about them. Oh, Mr. Such and Such is my favorite client. He's so sweet. But then as soon as you leave, he's sitting up in there with boo-boo on his butt for hours. And you wondering why he got a boil and he can't seem to get rid of it. You wonder why he's sick and can't seem to get rid of the cold. Because people are in there mistreating them. Be mindful before you go just throw your loved one away because you feel like you're too busy to take care of them. You feel like you ain't got the time or the capacity. I understand taking care of sick people is not for the weak. But at the same time, it usually is temporary if you do it right. If you love on people correctly, let them pass away healed and good. Allow them to free themselves. Allow them to speak their truth. If they worked the best to you when they was well, allow them to break free by apologizing. Talk to them. They can still hear you, because usually people are stuck in these deathbeds and can't free themselves because they have not freed themselves by apologizing or healing them hearts, or even, saying, hey, listen, I'm sorry I mistreated you. I'm sorry I beat you. I'm sorry I abandoned you. And that's why a lot of your loved ones are probably bedbound right now, and you wondering why they just won't go ahead and die. And I know that ain't good to say, but some of your loved ones ain't passed away yet because you waiting on it. Some of your loved ones ain't passed away yet because y'all ain't righted that wrong. Y'all ain't talked about what y'all swept under the rug. You feel what I'm saying? So when you finally talk about it, you will free yourself and that loved one, and they can pass away, and actually their spirit can actually go and do the work that it needs to do. But if your loved one passes away and they have not forgiven you, or you have not forgiven them, or you're grieving too hard, or you mourning too hard, or you have not healed, your loved one is stuck in the void, in a spiritual, in a voided space where they can't really transcend, or they just there. It's like in a lost world, roaming for centuries and years, right? So don't be those people where you leaving your loved ones roaming, okay? Don't be those loved ones where you so selfish and you don't want to let your loved one go, even though they done passed away. You just refuse to let them go. You got to let their spirit go so that it can come and go as it pleases to you, so that it can protect you like it was designed to do, all right? It's an ebb and flow, right? Life and death is a part of life. We all got an expiration date. Death is not something to be fearful of, right? It's actually something to embrace, okay? And death doesn't always mean physical death. It could be a spiritual death. Allow what is meant to die to go away so that it can be reborn again in a better way. Confirmation with the rhyme, boo. Stay focused. All right, what you got? What you got? What you got? What you got for him, loved one? You got a grandfather. Oh, somebody, listen, the men that stepped in the room. We got a father and a grandfather that is currently present in this reading. Whether it is a stepfather or father-in-law, a father figure, a great-grandfather, does not matter. You apply the energies where they go. Have you lost a father recently? Have you lost a grandfather recently? You apply the energies where they go. But they letting you know that they're present in this reading right now. All right, and that's the truth, okay? Listen, DNA test. Somebody didn't get a DNA test. Somebody need a DNA test. Somebody's father might have passed away, and you left without a DNA test. You don't know if that was your real daddy or not. And you might be like myself. My parent passed away. My father passed away, and I didn't get a DNA test. I look just like him, but, confirmation. But I wasn't fortunate enough to get a DNA test because, let's be real, my family was so full of shit, they didn't want to know the truth. They didn't even want my ass here. They tried to get rid of my ass in birth when they found out my mama was pregnant with me, okay? They was trying to get rid of my little nappy head ass. But, baby, they didn't know I was a seed and I was going to grow. So, at the end of the day, unfortunately, my daddy passed I was at the age of 12, and he was at the age of 27. He passed away due to cancer. Okay, and I was not fortunate enough to get a DNA test. My grandmother could have got a DNA test for me. They could have got a DNA test through my siblings. They could have got a DNA test through other ways, but they did not. Because let's be real, some people just don't want to fucking know the truth. Some people don't want to claim you, and that's all right too. But you belong to God, so we ain't gonna worry about that. Stay focused. I had to father and mother myself, and I'm still doing it. So guess what? Everything that happened didn't happen to you. It happened for you. Okay? You didn't lose nothing. You gained an angel. All right? Every time I go to missing my data, I feel them. I got two father figures, baby. I don't claim but just one. I got two, three. God bless me with plenty of earth fathers, even through my grandfathers, uncles too. But at the same time, when I want to connect with my biological father, who is no longer with me on this physical realm, I go and look in that mirror because I look just like him. My big ass eyes, my face, my voice. And that's why most of the family can't stand me, because every time they see me is, you look just like your daddy, your daddy, your daddy, and it made them sick to their stomach, I guess. So when I want to see my daddy, I go look at my pretty self in the mirror and I talk to my father. And he hear me too. You better fucking believe it. But yeah, somebody needed a DNA test. Somebody feel like they lacking clarity. I don't know who my daddy is. It's all right, boo. God is your father. All right? God will send you other earth fathers if you allow him. I know you want your blood father, but get what? Sometimes we don't get to get that. Sometimes, what if your blood father wasn't good? Some of y'all have lost a brother, a stepbrother, or a brother-in-law, or somebody you claimed as brother, because blood does not make you family. Love does. Okay? So some of y'all are grieving a brother. Some of y'all are grieving a grandfather. Some of y'all are grieving a great-grandfather. Some of y'all are grieving a mother. Some of y'all are grieving an aunt right now in this reading. And it's looking like to me damn near the whole family stepping in. Okay? You got extended family, boyfriend, wife, husband, fiance, in-law. So I don't know if you grieving somebody that was an extended family member, or an extended family member is the cause of some of this corruption that's going on. You apply the energies where they go. I don't know your life, and I don't know you personally. So you apply the energy where it go, but don't force it to fit. What else y'all want them to know? Any other messages from this deck? Somebody got to confess. Somebody finna either confess to you. The universe probably finna force them to confess. Because we're in a time right now where the truth got to come out, whether it's hidden in the dark or not. So some of y'all finna have some confessions. Somebody finna be coming and apologizing. And it's up to you whether you want to do the forgiveness or not. You got to forgive eventually so that you can free yourself. But I'm not saying that you were forced to forgive right at the moment that these people apologize to you. But you forgive for you to free you. And the faster you forgive, the faster judgment can take place. So if you've been wanting, I'm not saying be looking for nobody to catch karma, but what I'm simply saying is they haven't gotten justice. Justice has not been served, or karma has not been set yet, because you still holding on to bitterness. You still holding on to grudges. You still holding on to unforgiveness. You still holding on to grief and mourning and all of that. So once you do the healing, or you go through, because healing is not a one-day process. Healing takes time, okay? But as long as you taking steps to healing, right? And when you show God that, hey, I'm willing to heal and do the work, even if that means I got to forgive that cousin, that extended family member, whoever, that lawyer, whoever crossed the line with you, God, as long as I'm doing the healing work, God, please just see me through. And when you show the universe that you are doing the healing work, they will get on board with you, and the faster that karma can be served. I promise you. Okay? Y'all show me some love now. Somebody was dealing with black magic. Somebody been playing in spell work. Somebody passed away due to the side effects. And I'm going to say, because the last card that came out was the brother card. So I don't know if you had a brother that passed away, that might have passed away due to black magic, dark arts. Okay? Root work, spell work, voodoo. Somebody been playing in some shit. Okay? And like I said, unfortunately, some of our loved ones catch the downfall of it. So this is why you got to do their return to sender, and you got to do your spiritual cleansing so that you can figure out who the hell is the culprit. You can figure out who the hell is sending you ill will. Okay? Some of y'all got to do it. You got to go and wash your hands right now with that salt. Thank you for the love. Go wash your hands right now with that salt. I promise you will feel better. You will feel lighter. Do it now. I got chills on me. Don't wait. Some of y'all need to light a candle. If you got a candle right now, light a candle for your loved one. Please. All right? Light one every day. Go get you some of those little tea light candles and light a candle every day to invite your loved ones in and around you. All right? You know what that was? Motel 6 said, I leave the light on for you. That's how you got to do for the spiritual, your ancestors. All right? Secrets are being kept. Lies are being told. And facts are being twisted. Manipulation. And they know the truth. So if you've been wanting to know if somebody been lying to you, if they've been trying to, send you in circles and messing with your mental, they have. If it's surrounding a death of a loved one, and you've been wondering if it's some lies and manipulations going on, it in fact is. It's some bullshit around. Yep. And they twisting facts. And people, I don't know why people like to do that. Wait till people pass away to start lying. Start thinking because they dead that they can't hear you. They still can hear your ass. You ain't getting away with shit. Okay? So at the end of the day, whoever lying finna get exposed. And then probably who gonna show up and confess. And it could be a brother, because some of these people on this table ain't passed away. They just could be walking dead. They could be literally still living and dead and creating confusion. So it could be a brother that's lying, twisting facts. It could be a grandfather lying and twisting facts. It could be a mother. So you apply the energies where they go. If you feel like you are being lied to about a loved one that passed away, if you just been feeling it, but you can't prove it, but you just know it, it's true. Yep. And somebody collectively working together. So that means it's multiple. You dealing with more than one energy, twisting facts, lying, creating fraud, corruption. You feel me? Wondering why you going through that. And then why when people pass away, why now all of a sudden everybody want to pile up in your house and act like they give a fuck about you? They want to come over there and sit over there and get drunk, especially black folk. And let them come pile up. Let go get drunk. Yeah, long live such and such. Long live strawberry jam. Long live saltine cracker. Knowing damn well you didn't like strawberry jam when strawberry jam was alive. Knowing damn well you didn't like saltine cracker when he was here. But you over here now partying in saltine cracker house. Now you over here acting like giving fake love. You over here soaking up the damn air. And you over here waiting on some damn money. Because you knew they had some money when they were living. So now you trying to see what you can get out of them now that they gone. When you knew damn well when these people was alive, they wouldn't give your ass shit. And a lot of these folks sitting back, sending death wishes upon you. Because they want you to die too. Because you a part of that bloodline. And a lot of these family members didn't like your loved ones that passed away. And they damn sure don't like you. So stop partying with them. If they didn't fuck with your mom and dad or your grandmama and them when they was alive, they don't fuck with you. I'm going to be honest. I don't care because they cousin. I don't give a fuck because they your goddamn uncle. Baby, listen, we got some wicked family members nowadays. I promise you. Baby, you are set for life. Somebody set for life. Somebody here need to type in the chat, set for life. Set for life, baby. You are taken care of. You are stable. You are safe. You are protected. And you will be guided. All right? You are set. Don't you worry about shit. Set for life, baby. Thank you. Let me know you hear me. All right. Baby, somebody, I keep seeing beneficiary. You was a beneficiary to somebody's policy. You are set. I got chills on me. That's the truth. Any more messages from this card right here before we get to the sweet messages? Yeah. Be quick to forgive. Listen, I told you. They want you to forgive. See, if you've been waiting on an inheritance, if you've been waiting on some judgment to be said, if you've been waiting on court proceedings, if you've been waiting on a yes, if you've been waiting on approval or whatever from an insurance policy or whatever, and it's been taking too long, it's probably because you slow to forgive. It's probably because you grieving right now. It's probably because you overthinking or you stressing or you're somehow energetically blocking the flow. You probably sitting back worrying about the when. When is gonna come? I need it right now. Everything is coming up on me. The bills are coming. Everything is time sensitive and I need that money right now. She says, I'm feeling that you are speaking to me directly. And if that is the case, baby, I am. I got chills on me. At the end of the day, if you've been waiting on some money, you need to forgive. You need to work on that forgiveness right now. You need to do that return to sender. Because somebody didn't send some energy your way and could be blocking. They're trying to plot and block and cock block your abundance. My nose is trying to clear up and it wasn't even stopped up. You feel me? At the end of the day, somebody trying to block your airways. You feel me? They don't want you to receive. Okay? Listen, baby girl, feel, heal. I promise you, the faster, the better. I promise you. I can't make it up. The grudges hold you back. Hate hold you back. Unforgiveness holds you back. Overthinking, stress, anxiety, worry, win holds you back. Don't worry about the when. Don't worry about the how. You just do your work by forgiving. It says be quick to forgive and even quicker to ask for forgiveness. So if you need to ask somebody for forgiveness, whether they here or they not. If they passed on, if your loved one passed away and you feel like you needed to ask for forgiveness and you did, this is your time now to do it. Don't think because they passed away that you can't ask them for forgiveness. They still hear you. I've apologized to plenty of my past on loved ones. And I still will. You feel me? So if you feel like my loved one passed away and I didn't get a chance to apologize to them, you feel me? And I'm sorry that you dealt with a lot of dark energy. She says, I'm feeling that you are speaking to me directly, and I went through all of this and still is. And let me tell you something. We all are. You are not alone. You are not alone. I need you to look in that mirror and say, I am not alone. I promise you, you are not. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you need to ask your loved one who you are grieving right now for forgiveness, ask out loud, please forgive me. Please forgive me. I am sorry, genuinely. Okay? And I mean that from the bottom of your feet. Do you hear me? And watch your world shift. Just because they left here and you didn't get a chance to don't mean that you still can't right your wrong. But people got to right there. You got to ask for forgiveness, and you got to give forgiveness. And that's how you're going to get that car rolling. That's how you're going to get them leaks in your building to stop. You feel me? There's a leak in this old building. My soul has got to move. My soul has got to move. Listen, you've been dealing with leaks in your spirit because you got to patch them up, baby. You got to get rid of the rats. And I mean spiritual rats. You got to get rid of them negative friends that sit back talking about you. You got to leave that church that you know ain't bringing you no justice. You know for a fact they sending you ill will. But you keep going every Sunday faithfully because your grandmama, your mama and them grew up in this church. But ask yourself, is this church delivering you? Do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel like you're getting some spiritual sustenance while you're sitting up in there? Or are you sitting up there on your phone and looking out the window, can't wait till they done preaching so you can go home? Because if that's the case, you're in the wrong church, boo. That church is not feeling you. You need to get somewhere that's going to fill you up. You feel me? Stop following these readers that's lying to you. Because some of y'all ain't in church. Some of y'all following readers. And that is your church. You get what I'm saying? But your soul got some leaks in it. She says, my husband died because of dark magic and the insurance policy didn't come by. See what I'm saying? But it's something that you're going to get. You're going to receive that, baby. Listen, you got a windfall right here. You got that windfall right here. I know it's backwards, but y'all get what I'm saying. You got a windfall right here. You are set for life, but you got to either do some spiritual work, whether you got to do a cord cutting and return to sender. That's why I said get a red pen. Get a red pen. And get you a piece of paper, preferably parchment paper. Get you some parchment paper and a grocery bag. That's parchment paper. And you're going to write on there at the top, I release. And you're going to draw a line under I release. Okay? And you're going to list every name that you know that's coming to your spirit that did not mean you any justice. That did not serve you, that you feel like played in dark witchcraft, that you know for a fact they probably hurt your loved one when they were here or whatever. Write those names down. And it does not have to be a name. It could be anger. It could be bitterness. It could be unforgiveness. It could be grudges. It could be anxiety. It could be stress. It could be poverty. It could be starvation. It could be thirst. Whatever you're dealing with right now, car trouble, debt, write it down and cut the cords to it. Because when you cut the cords to things, it does not always have to be an energy, an actual person. It could be an energy that's blocking you. Some of y'all are dealing with familiar spirits. If you're wondering why you've been dealing with something that you thought you got away from and you cut these people off, but then you keep re-dealing with it through some other people, new people that you've met, and it just seemed familiar. That's because you're dealing with familiar spirits. So you need to write down familiar spirit. You need to write down monitoring spirit. You need to write down church witches. You need to write down church wizard or warlock. Because guess what? Baby, men do it too. So at the end of the day, you need to cut the cords to whatever you feel like has been hindering you. You need to cut the cords to overthinking. You need to cut the cords to closed-mindedness. You need to cut the cords to closed heart. All right? Because you need your heart open in order to receive your money. I'm going to say that shit again. You need your heart open in order to receive money. If your heart is cold and closed and blocked off, you will not receive any finances. Why? Because your money and your heart are connected. So if your heart is broken, your money broken too. You got to heal something. Whether you got to heal mama issues, daddy issues, rape, molestation, mistreatment. Only you know what you need to heal. Okay? It's time to face them demons, y'all. We ain't running from them no more. Because the more you run from those demons, the more they chase you. All right? Some of y'all need to cut the cords to poverty. All right? That's where true riches going to come in at. So that question to that guy who asked me, am I going to be rich? You will once you cut the cords to anything that's impoverished. That's low vibrational. And it starts with unforgiveness. So if your mama, your daddy, your grandmama, anybody passed away and they mistreated you, they did not love you correctly, they abandoned you, they left you out to dry by yourself, and you still love them because they were your family, but you still got some bitterness in your heart towards them, that could be why your money is stuck and stagnant too. Okay? She says, let's see. She said, God got me. Most definitely God got you. Hey, beautiful. Yes, welcome in, y'all. It's me you've been speaking to because I've been applying for work and haven't been getting through. I've been telling 2 friends that I feel blocked, but I can't identify. Listen, you need to talk to them. Stop talking to them friends, boo. Okay? Stop talking to them friends, Jay. Stop talking to them friends, because I guarantee you them friends probably don't want to see you be sick. I'm sorry. 7 got to be the one to tell you that. I have been separated from everybody. The universe has been removing everybody that I thought was going to be with me for life. I thought was going to walk with me on this journey. And God has been showing me one person at a time who was for me and who wasn't. When I tell you my circle got so small, it's at this point it's a dot. It ain't even no circle no more. But guess what? Sometimes that's the best place to be. The blessed place to be. Sometimes you got to check the people that you confide in. That could be why I told y'all, like in the beginning of this reading, I had a dream of rats. And a lot of times those rats are people that's close to us that we confide in about money, about blessings and abundance that we know for a fact is due to us. But for some apparent reason, we keep getting these blockages because it's probably who you confide in. You feel what I'm saying? If you feel like you can't, if you've been feeling in the back of your mind that these people probably ain't really your friend, or they've been not really listening to you, they ain't got time for you. They always there when you going through some shit, right? They always there when you're heartbroken, but they never there when you winning. They never there when you doing good. Them the ones that God telling you get away from. Them the ones God telling you stop telling your business. Some of y'all got actual holes in your apartment, in your house, like me. Right, I've been in my apartment for the last 6-7 years. When I moved up here, the apartment wasn't shit. But I noticed I had a rat infestation. And how do we stop the rats? You go get you some metal pads. Some of those Brillo pads. You can get you some from the Dollar Tree. Get your 2-3 boxes, all right? And you're going to take them, you're going to spread them out. Like you're going to stretch it. Because rats can't stand metal. And you're going to stuff the holes with those metal pads. And that's how you block the rats from coming in and out of your house. Because some of y'all can't afford right now to patch up those holes. But I'm going to teach you a cheap way how to do it. Because, see, baby, I come from nothing. And you got to do what you got to do. And, baby, when I tell y'all I stuffed them damn holes with them Brillo pads, and it blocked the rats. But not only did it block the rats physically, it blocked the rats spiritually. See, y'all got to understand what you see, whether cockroaches, rats, flies, you feel me, gnats, all of those are low vibrational entities, monitoring spirits. They are letting you know you got some filthy energy around you. So if you've been seeing cockroaches popping up out of nowhere, flying at you, if you've been seeing gnats out of nowhere coming towards you, if you've been seeing flies out of nowhere, and it's cold in your house, where the hell this fly come from? If you've been seeing roaches, regular roaches, and you know you ain't nasty, that's because somebody is in your auric field. Ants, I'm pretty sure it's not bad, but it's a reason. It could be a message in the ants. I never looked up ants spiritually, but that's a good question. Ants, you got to look at it. I would say ants spiritually, from what I'm getting, is making me think of the movie Ant, the cartoon movie Ant. And it's all about working together, right? It's a team. You get what I'm saying? So maybe it's a team that God, I got chills on me. Maybe it's a team that God is trying to connect you with, that's a hard-working team just like you, and you can trust it. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe there's togetherness in that, or something. Or maybe, I don't know, you could be too sweet. I don't know. But look up, Google, what does ants mean spiritually? Everything means something spiritually, okay? Baby, I can remember one day I was getting ready to get in my car to go see my uncle, and a big ass cockroach came across my seat in my car. How the hell did it get in there? I don't know. Baby, when I tell you he was clever, that mug was running and hiding. He wouldn't even get up out my car. He was ducking and dodging. But that's because my uncle, who I was going to see, was a fucking cockroach. I'm going to be honest. He was a straight up cockroach demon. But because I loved him so much and I trusted him with everything, I trusted him with too much. And the whole time he was trying to hurt me. The whole time he kept trying to set me up. He kept trying to get me fucked up financially. He was up in here lying to me, up in here playing in my face, making it like he loved me. And this is my daddy's brother. Oh, I love you, niece this, niece that. And the whole time he was jealous of my spiritual gifts. The whole time he was spiritual, but he was a fucking cockroach. And I had to let his funky ass go. So I'm telling you, Jay, stop talking to them bitch ass friends. I'm sorry. I don't care if you've been friends with them for 20 years. I told y'all, 7 is not one of them readers that's going to sugarcoat shit. I'm not going to make it like I'm not going to sell you a dream. I promise you. I'm going to tell you the truth to break you free. Okay? I might cut you a little bit, but I'm going to bandage you up. I'm going to patch you up. I promise. I'm not one of them to leave you bleeding and leave you wandering. You feel me? What it says, you dabble in candle work too? I saw you doing it. No, you didn't. You just see me light a candle. I don't, at the end of the day, you light the candle. That's it. At the end of the day, you light a candle. I'm not saying you go and do no chanting over. I'm not one of those who do all that spell work type of stuff. Like spells is spells, right? Everybody do spell work. The world is a fucking spell school. But what I'm simply saying is I'm of the light. So you light the candle to bring in the light. You ain't got to do no extra shit with it unless you want to meditate with it. I don't suggest you go and chanting and doing no, whatever that people do. I don't do all that. I just light the candle and let it do its own thing. Okay? Stay focused. Somebody needs to rest and relax. All right? Spirits, your angel or your ancestors said, I got you. You are safe, and they want you to breathe. They want you to know that you are protected. Don't you worry about nothing. I just seen 111 on this phone. And 111 is the beginning, baby. And 1 is another protection number. Y'all been seeing roadkill? That's a sign of completion of a cycle. All right? So it says, you must forgive even if it takes you 1,000 tries. I'm going to read that again for the people in the back. You must forgive even if it takes you 1,000 tries, my love. Okay? I'm going to stop this video up here and I'm going to